everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday and it is April 8th. We don't have any meetings to tell you about today, so we'll just jump to who's on our show. Well, we have Assemblywoman Connie Petrie Norris here from the 74th District, and she's going to give us an update on some really great news regarding COVID, of course, and then some other things that they've got going on. Then we have the Sports Corner with Cole, and of course, he's wrapping up March Madness and has some information for us about baseball. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, we have one more day of very warm temperatures. We are looking to be pretty hot today, 95. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but honestly, it's going to get up there. 95, 62, 82, 58, 72, 55 on Sunday. Monday, we drop significantly, 69, 54. Tuesday, 67, 53. If you are traveling, take a look at these numbers here. We are looking at local beaches, 67, 58. Santa Barbara, 70, 51. San Diego, 68, 57. If you're heading to the mountains, looking pretty nice. Tahoe, 56, 28. Mammoth, 60, 27. And Big Bear, 65, 35. Palm Springs, a nice warm 95 with an overnight of 66. And Las Vegas, 89, 55. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:29, and our sunset will be at 7:17. And thank you, Joel, for sending in this gorgeous sunset photo out of San Clemente. Absolutely beautiful. And if you caught the sunset last night, it was very beautiful and nice warm temperatures. If you have a photo that you would like to share with our community, please email it to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Connie Petrie Norris, so stick around.
Facts are frightening. 1 out of 3 people over 65 fall each year.
The idea of falling makes me very fearful.
I have a fear because my balance is poor.
The number 1 reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. I want you to try 60 Up.
60 Up is the balance system that can change your life. If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
It's a miracle. Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared to get up and out, you need 60 Up.
It's easy to use and it works.
60 Up is a safe, low-impact balance exercise system with integrated poles. 60 Up strengthens your core, legs, increases cardio for energy, stamina, and overall physical health. Go to 60up.com. 60 Up has live classes, hundreds of workouts for balance, and thousands of people in our Facebook members community.
I created the 60 Up and it really works. So join me on my live classes and let me help you improve your balance and mobility together.
Try it risk-free for 30 days and get free shipping if you order now.
It changed my life.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
You made it. Years of hard work, investing, planning, and now you're here. The long-awaited reward you spent a lifetime looking forward to. But what now? After years of growing a nest egg, now you may want to manage it. Use it to fund your dreams. Make it last as long as you need it. And leave some for those you love. So what do you do? Wall Street continues to be uncertain, and some conservative options have dropped through the floor. How do you maintain opportunities for growth and reduce risk of loss from market changes? That's where we come in. We are financial professionals. From insurance products to tax reduction strategies and guaranteed retirement income you cannot outlive, provided by the claims-paying ability of insurance companies. You've worked a lifetime to get here. Let us help you enjoy it to the fullest. For a complimentary consultation, simply contact us today.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris here with us. Well, it's been a while. How are you?
It has. Good morning. I'm well. Always good to see you, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm really glad that, you know, I think the last several times that we've been talking, it's always been about COVID-19 this, COVID-19 that.
Yes.
And maybe this will be the last time we have to actually talk about it. We kind of hope, right?
Yes, yes, we do hope. And I do feel like we have finally reached that light at the end of the tunnel. Case counts, hospitalizations are down all across the country, and particularly here in California. And I think while we're paying close attention to some recent spikes in Europe and in some other states,
yes,
I think we're feeling confident.
Good. Well, I'm glad, because I know that lots of people are feeling healthy.
Yeah.
They don't feel like there's as much risk.
Yeah.
Although we still do have these mask mandate things that are still in place. Now, those are going away when?
So the mask mandate in California is
completely gone,
Is
right?
gone.
Okay, so I know there was some discussion about maybe taking away the masks on airplanes. Do you know anything about that?
That is a federal decision, and I have
What do you
heard
hear?
that is. I have heard that too could be an imminent change if the trends we're seeing continue to be so favorable.
Well, we can certainly hope so,
Yeah.
because you know, I'm sure you've traveled and you know how fun that really is. So it isn't all that much fun. All right, so there are obviously vaccines are available across the board for everybody. Boosters, what do we know about that?
Well, I think that the good news is, even as we see cases start to rise, we really do have the vaccines, the treatments, and the therapies to enable us to continue to beat COVID-19.
Okay.
And I think as most of your viewers are probably aware, President Biden authorized a second booster shot for adults now.
Yes.
And there's treatments like Paxlovid. And Paxlovid is available for folks that are high risk who do contract COVID. Okay. And it's a couple of things that I want to make sure folks know, because we've been hearing people aren't sure who's eligible to receive that or even how to access it. So Paxlovid is intended for anyone who is in a high-risk group. And you need to make sure that you contact your doctor right away, because it's only effective if you begin to take it within the first 5 days of symptoms onset.
Okay.
But it's incredibly effective. And again, it's just incredible the science that we have and the resources that we now have available to enable us really and truly, I think, to move on from this.
When we we were suffering with the flu there for, I mean, we always do, but there's a number of years where I think it was worse, and Tamiflu came along, right? So is that kind of like, I mean, it's not treating the same thing, but it's sort of like that.
Exactly.
We have to start it quickly.
Similar concept, that if you do get COVID, if you're in a high-risk group, reach out to your doctor right away, because Paxlovid is available.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Now let's talk about the market. I mean, obviously, many businesses had to close. Some seem to be starting open. I mean, new ones are coming along. So is there kind of a shift?
Well, I know you and I have talked a lot about the work that I've been doing to support our local small businesses. And as someone who was a small business owner at one point myself, I'm really passionate about our local businesses. They're the heart and soul of California's economy. And as you said, so many of them were hard hit by the pandemic. We're seeing job growth is coming back. Our small business package that we were able to pass during the COVID-19 crisis delivered $4.4 billion of assistance to California businesses. And here in Orange County, we were able to provide grant funding for almost 4,000 of our small businesses.
Now, a lot of businesses, as well as even our departments, are really struggling to get people to apply for jobs. Why? Do you have any idea what people are doing out there, that they're able to support themselves? I mean, I don't get it.
I will tell you, I think it's been, I think it's one of the big mysteries of the world right now is the degree to which we are seeing this labor shortage. And I think we have seen the Great Resignation everywhere, across all sectors, even in the legislature. We have seen a record number of folks who have decided not to run for office this year, I think both at the state level and at the federal level. So I think we're seeing it across the board, and it is making it that much harder for our small business owners to move on.
Well,
but it is. My son just turned 15 a couple days ago, Lisa, and so he's got his job application, and he's ready. He's ready to get to work.
There's a lot of opportunity out there. I mean, I know that you said that they were reporting, they're reporting growth, and then I know that they've been touting the job numbers. But is that actually new jobs, or are those jobs that were already here and now they've been filled?
A lot of it, we are still in recovery. So we are still employment rates here in California are still lagging where they were pre-pandemic. But growth in the last couple of months has been really strong. And so I think we're seeing some encouraging numbers. But there's certainly still a long road ahead for California.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like not even just us, but there's still a lot of places that are having some trouble. All right, innovation and growth. What do you mean by that?
Innovation and growth. Well, one of the things that I'm also really passionate about is, even before the pandemic, but I think particularly in the midst of the pandemic, we saw California life sciences companies really step up and deliver the groundbreaking treatments, cures, vaccines that enabled us to recover from this pandemic. And just a couple days ago, I was joined by Dee Myers, who is the senior advisor to Governor Newsom and the director of the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. And we joined a local company, Massimo, as they were announcing, they were reviewing some of the work that they did in the midst of the COVID pandemic, and then some of the groundbreaking work that they are doing to combat the opioid epidemic, which is another area that's really a priority, and I think a really grave concern for all of us, and I think frankly particularly for me as a mom with 2 teenage boys. So we're spotlighting some of the work that's being done here, and one of the things that I championed was the restoration of California's research and development tax credit, which really is one of the most important levers that we can pull to incentivize investment and growth in our innovation economy.
Well, we certainly need to keep incentivizing for companies to stay in California and come to California. And hopefully that will happen as time goes on, because I know that many people, which is undeniable, that people are leaving California based on some things that have been happening.
Yeah,
so hopefully we can change that.
Yeah, California, we are a global capital for tech, for the life sciences, for aerospace, advanced manufacturing. And we've got to be really intentional about the policies and the strategies that we adopt to ensure that we maintain that position and we continue to attract these companies, these innovators, and most importantly, these jobs.
Exactly. All right, good to know. All right, well, of course, now we have to, of course, talk about gas. And our gas prices are through the roof. And many states have decided that they were going to cut their gas tax. And we have not decided to do that. Why not?
Well, Lisa, as you know, with the war in Ukraine, gas prices are soaring all across the country and certainly here in California. And so many of our constituents are feeling incredible pain at the pump right now. The proposal that I have put forward, along with the support of a number of my colleagues, would provide a $400 rebate to Californians. And that $400 rebate is effectively the equivalent of a year-long gas tax holiday for most California drivers. And you asked, why don't we just cut the gas tax? And I'll tell you, there's a couple of reasons. For me, it really comes down to ensuring that we put money into your pocket and not into the pockets of oil companies, because there's no guarantee that if we were to cut the gas tax, the oil companies are going to pass all those savings on to Californians. So we think a direct rebate is the best way to ensure the money goes to you.
So tell me about the rebates. So of course there have been rebates in the past, and some have been received by inmates, which we know they don't have a car and they're not driving anywhere and they're certainly not getting gas. Or what about the people who don't have a car? How are you going to monitor where that money goes?
Well, and there are, I'll tell you, there's a couple of different proposals that are on the table right now. The proposal that we put forward would provide a $400 rebate to all California taxpayers, as well as to individuals on disability and receiving Social Security income. The governor has an alternative proposal that would be based on vehicle ownership. In my mind, if we're having a fight about the best way to get money to Californians, that's a good conversation to be having. Mm-hmm. But we also know we've got to hammer out the details and take action quickly.
Well, right. I mean, we're still paying these $6, there was a little bit of a reprieve, but I don't know how long that's going to last because they tapped into the reserves, but I don't know how much more we can take, especially when most of us are driving to work here in California. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that information, and we appreciate it in terms of, what we're looking at for gas, because we don't want to pay those prices anymore. All right, you've got a beach cleanup coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So everyone is invited to join us. We've got a beach cleanup tomorrow beginning at 10 a.m. We'll be at Huntington Beach State Park. Okay. And we also have our Woman of the Year event coming up in a couple of weeks. Okay. And we are inviting everyone in the community to view our live stream. We're honoring one woman from each of the 6 cities in the 74th Assembly District that I represent, including a really incredible woman from Laguna Woods. So those announcements are actually coming out today.
Wow.
And
wonderful.
We've got just some incredible women that we're really excited to honor.
I love that. That is awesome. Now, in regards to the live stream of the Woman of the Year, how would they go ahead and get that information?
That is on our Facebook page.
Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay.
That will be live streaming on our Facebook page, and of course, then available for viewing after the event.
Oh, okay, excellent. And then, of course, if they wanted to get in touch with you, they can always contact your facility, your office.
That is right. That's right. We're here to help. Our phone number is 251-0074. And you can always find us just Googling Cottie, C-O-T-T-I-E.
Exactly.
Is the easiest way.
You do not need to put your full name in because it's so unique. You're lucky in that respect.
That is true.
Although when you were a child, I'm sure you said your name was Cottie and they went, what? Anyway, very nice to see you again. Thank you for the information.
Good to see you, Lisa.
All right. And as we discussed, you can always find out all of this information if you just type in COTTIE on the internet, and it'll take you right to where you need to be. We'll be right back.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
It's Friday yet again, so that means it's time for another episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and some of the biggest events are going on this week, so let's get started. It's bittersweet, but the March Madness tournament has finally come to an end. Last Saturday, we got 2 exhilarating games in the Final Four. Well, really one. Kansas took care of business against Villanova, winning 81-65. The Jayhawks jumped out to a big lead early and held Nova in check for the rest of the game. But the other game of this weekend will go down as an all-time classic game. UNC and Duke are fierce rivals, and they put on a show last weekend. Both teams were trading points in a back-and-forth game in front of a crowd of just about 71,000 people. With a little under 4 minutes to go in the game, the score was tied 67-67. The ensuing final minutes of the game were a battle between 2 very talented teams for a spot in the championship game. When the dust settled, UNC came out on top 81-77. Duke was sent home 1 game shy of the big game, led by Coach K one final time. UNC didn't have too much time to celebrate the big victory because the championship game would take place just a few days later on Monday night. Speaking of instant classics, this game was one of the best in history. UNC came out in the first half looking very strong. At the end of the first half, the Tar Heels were up big 40-25. They held the momentum heading to the locker room, and it felt like if they kept up what they were doing in the first half, they would take home the trophy in a dominating fashion. But not many people could have predicted what happened in the second half. In sports, momentum is a strange thing. It's not something tangible, but it's a feeling that everyone, fans, players, coaches, can all feel. In the second half, Kansas got hot at the right time. The Jayhawks were down by as many as 16 points, and then the momentum kicked in. Kansas would go on a 12-1 run out of halftime. They could miss no shots, and their defense was stopping essentially everything. Everyone, myself included, can feel the tide beginning to shift. With just a few seconds left in the game, Kansas was leading 72-69. Even when all seemed over, UNC still had a glimmer of hope. Kansas had gone out of bounds after the inbound pass, giving North Carolina possession with just seconds remaining. UNC inbounded the pass, the tying shot was taken as the buzzer sounded, and the ball missed wide left, sealing the victory for Kansas. This game will go down in the record books as this was the single largest comeback in the history of the national championship game. NBA playoffs are now just right around the corner, and if they're even a fraction of what the NCAA tournament was, we're in for some more entertainment. When one door closes, another one opens. The tournament has ended, and it's now time for the Masters, which kicked off yesterday morning. On Tuesday, we learned that Tiger Woods would, in fact, be playing this year. After an injury sustained in a car accident in February of 2021, most people assumed Woods would never swing a club again, and many speculated he might have to amputate his leg. But the man with 5 green jackets is back in Augusta. His weekend's well underway, and Tiger, in a very Kobe Bryant-esque manner, told the media he believes he can win this tournament. The Masters and the MLB season both kicked off yesterday. 9 baseball games took place yesterday, and we'll get 6 more today. The Angels kicked off their home opening series against the Astros yesterday and will continue the games into the weekend. The Dodgers take on the Rockies in Colorado tonight and will play their first home game on April 14th. The Padres also start the season with an away game, taking on the Diamondbacks in Arizona this weekend. If you remember, I've only made one prediction this year, back in January when I claimed the Rams would win the Super Bowl. So, being 100% correct on my predictions so far, I'm hesitant to make any more. But, willing to go out on a limb and say at least 2 of the 3 Southern California teams, Dodgers, Angels, Padres, will make the playoffs this year. It's a long season, but I'll remember to come back and check on this take in the future. We didn't get an F1 race last weekend. This week's race will take place in Australia. Because of the time difference, the race will start at 10 p.m. this Saturday night. But if you'd rather watch a race in person, the Long Beach Grand Prix is on this weekend. The festivities take place today, Saturday, and Sunday, and there's a lot of great stuff going on. Races, car parades, and more will be going on in downtown Long Beach. If you can, head up that way and check out some of the events. As I'm sure you all have noticed by now, the weather is incredible this weekend. The feeling of summer is in the air, and a whole lot of big things are going on in the world of sports this month. So be sure to tune in to Sports Corner every Friday right here on Village Television. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box Estate buyers will buy your jewelry, fine timepieces, flatware, and more. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. If you need to sell, refurbish, or appraise jewelry and watches, the experts at the Jewelry Box Estate buyers are here to help. Come and visit us at our new location.
At the Jewelry Box, it's about trust.
All right, our movie for today is called The Book Club. And if you take a look there, it's starring all sorts of very fun ladies. And you will enjoy this movie. It is actually about a book club. And they are finding some very interesting things to read. They discuss different kinds of books, and they read and express their opinions, likes, and dislikes. And even though they're called a book club, their term is also used to describe a book sales club, which can cause confusion. And they kind of have all different types of scenarios. So you can check that out today at 2 and 6 p.m. And it is brought to you by Harvard Eye Associates. And just a couple of other announcements for you. 60 Up which is a full balance training system. We had them on our show not too long ago, and they are giving away a free balance board training system. What you need to do is you need to email your name, phone number, and address to this email address. Please write this down: village.television@vmsinc.org. The raffle will be held in May, and the winner will be announced right here on ThisDay's morning show. So you want to check it out. Now, if you want more information about the system, you could always go to their website, which is 60up.com, or you can watch my show called Your Health on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we'll bring you all the latest and greatest and show you a demonstration. Okay, a couple of other things. The Christian Women's Connection is having an Easter celebration. It will be coming up here on April 19th. It's called the Easter Parade. They would love you to wear an Easter hat. There is going to be a contest. Their guest speaker is Loretta Hughes, and if you would like to participate, it's $20, but do call Chris Ramirez for reservation, 949-246-1053. And then change is back, so if you need quarters for the, usually the laundry machines take quarters, so if you need quarters, they are available now, and you can get those for the laundry room, but you can get them at the Community Center Recreation Office Monday through Friday between 8 and 5. And they do need exact currency, so 2 $5 bills or 1 $10 bill. If you want more information, please email recreation@vmsinc.org. Okay, another thing. We have a book club that is starting. Speaking of book clubs, we have a book club starting at the Florence Sylvester Senior Center on April 19th. And the first book they're going to be talking about is The Inn by James Patterson and Candace Fox. Now, of course, if you want more information, you can always call them over there at the Florence Sylvester Senior Center. Again, as mentioned, it starts Tuesday, April 19th from 12:30 to 1:30. So go ahead and give them a call for all that information. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather before we head out to enjoy our weekend. Very hot today, but we are cooling down as each day goes by. Today we are looking at 95-62, tomorrow 82-58, then we drop to 72-55, and then 69-54. Tuesday, 67-53. Take a look at our weather for travel. Our local beaches are 67-58, Santa Barbara 70-51, San Diego 68-57, Tahoe is 56-28, Mammoth 60-27, Big Bear nice 65-35, Palm Springs hot at 95-66, nice dry heat for you, and Las Vegas 89-55. Have a great day in the Village. We will see you again tomorrow on Saturday right here at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.